babies, welcome back to my channel. So today I partnered with WowAfrican to bring you another bob wig. This is going to be a length 14-inch ombre color. As you can see, I completely transformed this wig to better fit my length and like height and all that. So it's very detailed start to finish of how I customized the unit. So just stay tuned. So of course I have my little dirty mannequin head. As you guys know, this has been with me forever. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some little T-pins and literally just put this onto my wig head, and I'm literally gonna start to kind of tweeze out and customize the hairline. So this is just a really quick look so that you can see what this looks like. Already the hairline looks kind of decent to me in that it already had like the curves and the grooves, so it won't be super rounded or anything like that. So that was already a good start. The hair was already dyed, bleached, and it came ombre, so that was good. And just a quick look at how I'm gonna go ahead and tweeze this out. I start off by taking a little bit of hair out of the front just to hold on to and pull. That way I'm not over plucking the beginning of the hairline. And then I want to start to just randomly tweeze out hair. So I kind of do this in a downward slant, so more like a, yeah, it's literally a slant, diagonal motion, just to kind of literally pull this back as if the hair would grow diagonally. Just, I don't know if that even made sense, guys, but you see how I'm kind of tweezing this out. I'm not going to pull any hair out by the chunks or anything like that. I'm literally taking my time to pull it out sporadically in different sections. So you'll see what I'm doing. I do take my time on this. I know that this video is going to be kind of sped up, so it may seem like I kind of did this a lot faster than what you guys will see. But, you know, yeah, it took a while. And if you want it to look really natural, you will, you know, want to go ahead and take your time on it. So as I start to get a little bit further back into the hairline, like I said, I don't want to tweeze out too much. So I start to take a little bit more hair, starting from the beginning of the hairline, just to hold on to, and then I start to continue to tweeze that back. And like I said, I'm going in a downward kind of diagonal motion, randomly pulling out the hairs. I don't want to stay in one section for too long because you'll tend to kind of make it bald. So just keep checking your work. My favorite time to do this is actually when the hair is wet, so keep that in mind. Also, I'm doing it while it's dry just because, I mean, I'm pretty used to doing it, so I know how this is going to look dry or wet. So it's up to you. Went ahead and just kind of cut out some baby hair. Nothing too crazy, but it definitely helps the hair lay a lot better when it has those shorter strands in there as well. So you'll notice that you don't necessarily have to use them as baby hair. You'll just use mousse to kind of tame them if you don't want them to, you know, act as baby hair. So once I kind of do that, then I will start to work on the front. So that's when I start to tweeze just around the hairline and randomly pull out hairs. Nowhere near as many hairs that I would pull out behind the hairline. And that's because, of course, I don't want it to be bald. I don't want it to seem like I took too much hair out and reconstructed the hairline. Nope, I'm just making it look less uniform. That's it. So once I'm happy with around the hairline, I go ahead and start to part this out diagonally, as you can see, to really go into, I guess, more into the wig. So as you can see, I'm just parting it out, randomly pulling out hairs to continue to kind of tweeze this and thin it out to make it as natural as possible. When I pull this back or slick it back, it should mimic how my own hair would look. Now, don't get me wrong, some people have really thick hairlines naturally. If that's what you're going for, awesome, but I like the more sleek back and just kind of effortless look, you know, thinner. Not that you want a thin wig, but you get what I mean. So yeah, this is what that looks like. I mean, if you are one of those people that definitely need to see what's happening, I think this is going to be perfect for you, because like I said, I'm literally just randomly going through this. There's not going to be any very like cut and straight point to this. You literally have to go according to the wig and just keep checking your work. I continue to just like comb through the hair just to pull out the chunks that of course were just kind of dangling in between because I had plucked them out. So that'll be the best way to check your work, of course, and you don't want to pull out too much. So just make sure that you are not staying in one section for too long. That'll be my best advice. Other than that, you're fine. The tweezers that I'm using are slanted in a diagonal motion also, so it allows me to grab those hairs really easily. I don't want to use one that's flat. So let me know if you need a link to a tweezer down in the comment section so that I can kind of recommend something to you, or the exact one that I have, because I've used like 3 different tweezers and I don't really like them. So yeah, this is the only one that I like to use. And yeah, as you can see, it made a huge difference just literally going through that. And I could have even tweezed this out even more, but as you can see from this, this is how it kind of transforms. So to me, that's a great improvement. It looks really, really natural already. I just imagine, what if you wanted to pull this up into, you know, half up, half down? I won't be doing this with this unit, but just imagine that on like a longer unit or something like that. This would look really, really pretty. So taking my Cream of Nature Argan Oil Mousse just to slick back the hair. And as I said before, like doing this wet, it doesn't literally have to be wet with water. Use mousse because it dries really quick, and you'll be able to really see what that hairline is going to look like when you do decide to kind of tame the edges and all that stuff like that. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Of course, this part is kind of sped up. No need for me to go into that detail all over again. So yeah. Once I'm finished with that, guys, of course, just get rid of all that shed hair. Now, the unit came in a bob that was kind of like asymmetrical. So one side was a lot longer than the other side. To me, a 12-inch, it did not hit like right at my collarbone. It was just way too long. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it. I'm literally going to keep the exact same cut, just at a different length. If you guys are not comfortable, you will see the other YouTube videos that are up on this exact same wig. I may even post them in the description box below so that you can see what it did look like. To me, it looks cute on camera, but in real life, a bob should literally be that. It should not fall down below like my bra strap. That's just kind of weird. So it's up to you. I mean, how you want to wear it, but I did take off about 2 inches from here. So yeah, you guys can see that, and I did just kind of trim this. You don't have to be the best. You could have even used like I guess clippers, but yeah, I kind of did this in a messy way. Took my time, used a comb just to kind of really go through the hair and just cut off what I didn't need. So the mannequin head is a really good guide to let you know where your neckline would probably be. So I cut a little bit below that, and yeah, it works out for me literally every single time. So I didn't bother doing the ponytail method just because the ponytail method makes it cascade down to an equal length on both sides, and I literally wanted to make sure that one side was shorter than the other. So as you can see, I had to do this by hand, but like I said before, if not, and you're not a pro, you may end up having to stick with that 12-inch length, which to me is a bit awkward. So don't worry, they do have other style bobs on the site as well, just in case. I just think the color on this was like pretty, so that's kind of why I went with this one. So didn't have to color it or anything. And as you can see already, it's just a slight difference, nothing too crazy. But once it's on my head, you'll see that I can actually adjust how far over to the left or right I wanted to kind of use this or lay the wig. So now that that's completed, I'm actually going to go ahead and bleach the knots. I wasn't really sure if I wanted to do it at first, and then when I realized, wow, this is actually a really nice wig. So instead of just letting it go to the lace side, I'm going to go ahead and bleach the knots. So to avoid getting my mannequin head all bleachy and all that stuff, having to wet it and, you know, all the stuff like that, I did go ahead and put a, what is this? Spandex, or why can't I think of the name of it right now? I don't know. Anyway, that plastic around the wig head. I'm using Salon Care, their 30 volume developer in the color clear, and then of course that quick glue powder. So 1 scoop of that, and I'm just going to slowly start to mix in my developer. When I say slow, I mean extremely slow. It almost annoyed me how slow I did it, especially because I can kind of eyeball it already to know exactly how much I'm going to need. So I would say maybe 1 to 1, give or take. It just depends. If you're using the clear, it's usually a lot more loose than if you use like a cream developer. If you guys have no experience with that, this is not the tutorial to explain that. However, you'll see what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Just kind of go slow because you're wanting to go for a consistency where it's not easily going to fall from the brush, because otherwise it'll seep down into the hair, and yeah, you'll end up with bleach knots and bleach roots, which we're not going for that. So once you get it to a comfortable consistency, which is usually a little bit thicker than what you would like, you want to start to smooth it over the top of the hair. Now, I used to have a really bad habit of like pressing it deep into the hair, and then I'll have to go back and bleach the hair. Well, not bleach, but put a rinse or a dye on top of the roots, and that just, it defeats my purpose. So yeah, be really, really gentle with it. I know I'm moving fast, so it does not look like I'm being as gentle as I really was, but yeah, keep in mind, you know, with practice. And if you mess up, it's not a big deal. The only part that you're really going to see is around the edges. I believe that was on like the right side or left side, either or. And then of course the part. So that was the most important part anyway, so didn't really matter. And yeah, I'm just going to smooth this all over. Now the only thing that was kind of annoying was the fact that because they wanted this to be a side part, they had already tweezed out that parting area, so it makes it very difficult to part to the next side. To me, I would have wanted to choose a deeper part. Yeah, not that it wasn't an option, it just makes it a lot harder to tame, but whatever. So this is the final results to me bleaching the knots. As you can see, it is a lot lighter and the hair looks really good. Whoever colored these units, listen, it's a really nice balayage. I really like it. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through with my flat iron. I washed the hair with Aussie Moist, as you guys know, shampoo and conditioner, and I'm just going through. I didn't add any additional product. The hair was extremely soft, like really soft, especially to have had bleach on it, clearly from the color. And I believe this was Brazilian, so yeah. The lace color is a light brown, which allowed for this to melt into my skin like no freaking other. For the most part, I always recommend getting transparent lace, but these days, this transparent lace that I've been getting sent to me has been like kind of gray. So I was so thankful for the light brown lace. It literally blended into my skin like a dream. So that was really nice. And I believe that I got the cap size number 7, so it is a glueless lace, which means it has the straps in the back and also combs, so that I should not have to actually use gotta be glue or any other type of glue methods or anything like that. Although I still did, but whatever. So time to put the wig on. I'm just taking a wig cap, a new wig cap, which they actually sent to me, so that was perfect. And I'm gonna, you know, just literally put the wig on. That's it. So although I bleached the knots, you know, it probably was literally unnecessary because I have this wig cap, but disregard. It helped for the front, okay guys? You see how flawless that's laying? Perfect. So at this point, I was kind of feeling like an auntie, especially with the red lips and the color. So it took me a minute to get adjusted before I actually started to like it. But yeah, so once you kind of get it situated on your head the way that you would like, you'll kind of, I don't know, it's up to you. But anyway, like I said before, I really wish that I had that part over a little bit further to the right. Yeah, it would have made a bigger difference, but whatever. So I'm taking some, I believe it was gotta be glue, just to kind of tame the edges here. And then I realized that my baby hair was a little too long, so I did go ahead and kind of trim that off a little bit. Taking some mousse just to kind of tame everything back. And as you can see, I did not have to like tack this down with the got to be glue. I can't talk. I'm only using it to tame like my edges. That's literally it. The wig did sit on my head perfectly. The cap was tight enough to where, you know, the wig's not moving all around, so I did like that. And then other than that, it's just the flaps on the side. So great job, WowAfrican. You guys always seem to amaze me with the construction of these wigs. Like, yeah. So I don't know who this vendor is, but I am on the prowl. So anyway, so for the flap, as I said before, I'm just gonna go ahead and put that gotta be glue. I'm using the yellow one this time because it's a little bit more tacky and easier to work with. It dries a lot faster. So I'm using that just to tack down my sides, and that's literally it, guys. Like, that's it. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, put this wig on and you are good. So even if you didn't have your hair braided, literally slick it back into a little low pony and you are out the door. So this is amazing, y'all. I like it. And as you can see, I didn't have to do much work. If I wanted to kind of maneuver the wig over more to the left or right to even out those sides, I could have totally done that. But like I said, I kind of wanted to stay true to that. Shorter on one side, longer on the other side. So I definitely hope you guys enjoyed this. I know this was a bit longer of a video, but it was a full start to finish. So definitely leave any comments or questions down below in the description box. Don't forget to enter the sunflower giveaway going on in the comment section down below. Other than that, stay pretty. I'll see you guys in my next video. I love you guys so much. WowAfrican will definitely be working again. And yeah, other than that, I'll see you later. All right, guys. Bye.